right, so we're gonna do part 2.
Check the closet. I checked the closet, and it's like he literally just threw everything in the
closet. I've seen that too.
You feel me? But I know, because that would be me
My
as a kid. I know
like
what a kid would do. Like, so
tap for
and then
real.
you look back when you was a kid, and your mom saying like, "You can't play tricks on me." Like, I know all the like, and it's so true. Because she was a kid one day doing the same shit, and then now she's grown. It's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes there'd still be a little kid in me. I feel like I tend to understand kids just like as if I was a kid, and like I'm super duper lenient, but I don't know. I guess I try not to be hard on stuff like that because I know kids are just kids, and sometimes like you just gotta redirect them. Do you feel good to be a dad? Like, do you?
Okay, so she's looking more comfortable. So let's shout out to that. Like, she's giving me more like chill vibes than she was part 1.
You feel like you got into the swing of stuff, or like is it still kind of?
No, I think it's like I'm always like learning something new or wanting. You know what I mean? Like,
what's the best thing about being a dad? Like, what's the best feeling that you get?
I guess like this proud feeling, like something you created, and like I just be proud. Yeah, like I'd be looking at him, he looked just like me. It's like.
But like, is there anything that Legend do that you feel like it just make you like in the inside like melt?
Probably every time he say "daddy," like his cute little voice. Like nowadays getting older, like he looks for me a lot more.
He do. He do.
He's like attached to me.
Like Legend, he's in this little phase of now. You know how kids have little sayings. He know you've seen it, but he'll be like, "Have you ever seen?" So like, I was down here doing something, and he was like standing on the balcony. He was like, "Mommy," he was like, "Have you ever seen Daddy?" And I was like, "Yes." Like,
oh, that's cute. I like that couch. Just had to say that. It's like leather, less prone to spill and leakage.
But he noticed that you wasn't there like after a few hours. Like, so it's so crazy. Kids be knowing, like they be realizing when their parents are not there. That's why.
Even at that young age.
Yeah.
Clarence, you ain't there? Let me find out. Because as far as I knew, you was in the room. Like, you there. I mean, if you want to come sit on your lap during the Twitter, we cool with that. Even though I ain't really... I mean, yeah. But yeah.
They be missing their parents and stuff. I feel like CJ is like, he got to a point where, like at first when he was little, he used to be happy to like be with different people all the time. Like now I notice every time I be like, oh, I gotta get on the plane, CJ, I'll be back tomorrow. He was like, Mom, why you always leaving? Like, why you gotta go on the plane again? And then like the first thing he asked, he was like, what, you gotta go sing on stage? Or like, you gotta perform? And so like, part of me be having a little mom guilt because I don't be one.
So let me know, do you regret the fame and getting into the industry? Let us know. How do you feel that you're up top now? Like, you signed to one of the top labels. You've been with some of the top artists. Like, did you ever feel that way? That you would like that? Would you want to take something back? Or would you like to not be that way? Or are you happy with that? Or you just rather have to stay with YouTube?
I want to leave them. Like, if they didn't have school, I would take them. But I know it's going to be a time where I could settle down. And that's why I want another business. So I could just focus on, like, making income that way and not having, if I want to, I mean, I still got a lot of work to do for music, but like if I want to chill out for a while and be with my kids and raise them, like I want to do that. But like I'm not at that point yet where I can do that. Not right now.
I'm not gonna lie, this is,
and that sucks. I hate
it's
that.
It's a little like sad when you think about it.
But you also gotta be thankful for what you do have, because I made the mistake of trying to just dip out because I just wasn't feeling something. Make sure you always got that plan B lined up, because you literally can sing.
like these right here are the best years. Like, you know what I mean? Like a 17-year-old, yeah, you're gonna still like look and be proud and
but he got his friends and
but it's like he ain't gonna be worried about us. Like, you know what I mean? He building his own, where like the age that like Legend and CJ is at, like it kind of,
they need you at these moments. Like one thing that CJ said that broke my heart when he was in, well, last school year, I think I was somewhere and all the moms went to it was like a party in class that day where the parents came. And then he came home, he was like, Mom, you wasn't there. I was like, what, babe? Like, what? He was like, everybody else mom came, but you didn't come. Like that, you know how that made me feel? Like, that made me feel so just like, oh my God, I failed. Like, where I felt so bad. And I was like, don't worry, next time, I wish y'all could see him hopping. I was like, I'm gonna make it up to you. Or like I felt really bad that
Now, I will say, you know, if he starts saying all that when he come back from his daddy house, that's because, you know, of course, he missed his dad, but also, I don't know if his dad would have had something to do with it. And I'm just playing. Because, you know, he be having stuff up our sleeves, you know. But at the end of the day, Of course you're gonna miss both parents. For real.
I had to be the parent that wasn't there. It's like,
and it's so crazy being in different states. Like you crazy, you're in a whole nother state. That's crazy. But I know that probably was a certain person I doing, because I don't see both, like you literally moving away from somebody who can see their child, like, and he can't leave. Let me just keep going.
Get certain. It's really weird because like our kids get certain things that other kids don't get, but then it's like sometimes a special moment.
Special, and maybe from the broader scheme, maybe the smaller things
that matter the most.
Yeah,
like, you know?
yeah. Because I've dealt
and that's so crazy, because I remember Chris had said something on his video, even though I know it's been a lot of drama between them. But he said something about to ask CJ, would you want to have your birthdays with both your parents? I know I can see it happening, because low key, I don't think Chris would ever just swing off on Clarence, and I don't really think Clarence would just swing off on Chris in front of CJ. But it's still just gonna be a little tension there. So I see it could happen, but at the same time, like, I just hate they're in different states. That's just crazy.
With that a lot, especially like with sports and stuff. Like only my mom being there, and I see the difference.
Oh, here we go again. Let's get ready to rumble. Yo, it didn't say skip ad. Come on. Be freaking for real.
They're involved versus where the dad is involved. And like I'm used to everybody's dad being involved, but like only my mom is involved. So I kind of get like less privileges. I get less because like I've been in predicaments where like and
it's so crazy, y'all. It's so crazy. I don't know what switched. I used to be so close to my mom. Well, I wasn't really close to her when I was a kid, but as I got older and started getting money, I got closer to her. But don't get me wrong, she didn't. It's like she never asked for nothing. But as I've gotten older, like, I'm not as close to her. I'll put it like that. It's crazy how stuff will change.
No, I'm better than somebody, but like a kid plays more than me because his dad went to the coach and talked to him like, you better play my son, like that's what dad, because a man could talk to a man, you know what I'm saying? Whereas they're looking at my mom as like not a threat. Like, oh, I don't care if she is mad, you know what I mean? She can't beat me up, you know what I mean? As where a father is like, you better play my son, put my son in, like. And I've dealt with that. Like, it's not a very good feeling because it's like, damn, I feel like I gotta over-prove myself because niggas don't see my dad at my games, you know?
Oh,
that
wow.
kind of reminds me of like CJ.
But like, I'm be trying to look at the good side of things too. Like,
so have they had a discussion about Chris? I don't know. And meeting up with them because they're talking about CJ a lot. I don't know.
Your mom there at the game too was like dope.
Moms usually don't be going.
I wanna do that. Like, I know that CJ loves sports, and I kept saying, well, we were transitioning to moving and stuff, so it kind of was like I couldn't put him in basketball then because like we was about to move. But now, instead of him doing like after school program, I'm trying to put him in a sport program. I really want him to be active. And then I also want to be present, like at his little games and stuff like that. And because that stuff kids remember, like kids really do. So I'm gonna try to be better with that.
That's what I'm saying. Even with that, like if you don't show up to CJ's games, but like there's kids on the team where both his parents show up. Guess who's like oh, it's no one's at CJ's
once
game.
again,
like,
out of
you
state.
know what I'm saying? Like, so if I sit him on the bench, no one's gonna kick. Like, you know, whereas then parents come to a game, they want to see their kid play. They don't want to see, you know. With sports, it gets a little tricky.
I don't think he would have that issue though.
No, I don't think he would.
Well, I will say, if you was with Chris, you probably wouldn't have to work so hard.
I want CJ to get good though, so he can get like, not to say like he couldn't afford, like I couldn't get college for him or whatever, but just like I want him to just be able to get scholarships, you know, like just
if you gonna call somebody and stay at home, then he not.
I know everybody don't go to college, but I don't know. I didn't get to experience that.
Yeah, you gotta work for that. Yeah, and that was showing.
That's all I know.
Yeah,
a
college
good lesson, you know, like that's something he did for himself.
I wish I could have experienced college in a way, but it's like I feel like
girl, college is a beetle, baby. That's what college is. Let me tell you.
A lot of times I feel dumb because I didn't go to college. Like I feel like there's a lot of things in college that people learn outside of just their like how to talk more proper, like more vocabulary.
I could agree with you. I've learned.
I actually wish I hadn't went to college
than I ever did inside the classroom.
Okay, let me be clear. Let me be clear. The only reason I really want to go to college because I was a sheltered child. Now, if you got friends and stuff like growing up and you was a popular kid, I wouldn't recommend going to college. I was really sheltered, and I actually regret going to college because I went to a really expensive college because it was like $15,000 a year. Don't get me wrong, I had a full tuition scholarship. However, I still had to make some payments. So go figure, because I had to pay for like my room and board and my books and stuff like that. And it was away from home. But don't get me wrong, like experience was cool. Like I learned how to be independent and everything like that. But I really wish I hadn't went. But I guess if I hadn't went, like I wouldn't be in the place that I had been, like financially. But you also, I probably would have took a different route financially because there's really a lot of programs out there where you can get certificates and work at a high-paying job, especially if you are in tech. You also can like do other things like, you know, real estate and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say you have to go to college. I probably wouldn't have went if I had a gone, or I would have did it a different way or waited a couple years.
Never used PEMDAS. I've never had the parentheses and do all this. Like, bro, they just be teaching you just because, like, I don't know. Like,
I think they do it to confuse your mind or
you don't need to know all that stuff. Like,
they
you
need
know
life
how to
classes.
read and write. They should teach people how to read contracts.
Read, write, count money, how to do credit, like, you know,
yeah, they
credit
should
classes.
do stuff like that. But I feel like one thing that college does, they kind of like, they get you prepared to work for somebody, and they don't teach you how to work for yourself or build something from the ground up. Like that's what college is. Like they get you prepared to
work for
throw you
someone.
in the workforce. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's the truth.
They're getting.
They don't really prep entrepreneurs.
I don't know. You can't take a class for entrepreneurship like that.
What about owning a business?
You could probably take a business class, but even in that, they're teaching you not to run your own business.
You could take a business class without going to college. They have like trade schools.
But they're probably better in college. But at the same time, they're not teaching you how to start an LLC. They're not teaching you how to get your EIN and open up. Like they're not teaching you that stuff.
You'll learn more on YouTube.
From like got online classes now too.
Yeah.
And books is $34.
I've always struggled with books.
I'm sorry, I'm breaking
I like
my
books.
hair.
The only thing I don't like uninteresting books. You have to find things that you like and then get the book.
I'm the type of person that has to read the book out loud in a voice. Like in a certain voice for me to really let it get to me. And I feel like that has a part, like my ADD has a lot to do with that. I will literally sit and read a page like 5 times and I'm like, okay, wait.
That has happened to me though. It's good to like highlight, it's good to write stuff. Like, if there's a word you don't understand, look it up, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and just so you know,
if
the
not,
schools
you're just
do
reading
have
because we're so used to reading like Clarence read section and you just read.
Yeah, you just reading it just to read.
You're not reading to absorb and learn. Like that happens to me too. That's just the most annoying thing.
When they call him in class?
No, when you read a page out of a book.
Oh, and you just don't get it.
You try to go to the next page and you're like,
no, I didn't understand
hold
anything.
on, what? Like what?
I feel like my attention span, I can't comprehend certain things. Some people learn slower than others. I feel like I'm one of those people that I'm a hands-on person, so I need to see it rather than like read it.
So you're a visual person.
Yeah, like I would do better in a class where they're actually demonstrating what to do. Is that a green fry?
What the heck is that?
Black fry.
Ew. That look like
is that a pretzel or a cig?
Okay, I got a question. This happens to me a lot. Sometimes I'm in public and I just get thrown off guard. Not thrown off guard, but like I always get put on the spot. Like, Queen, what advice would you give to someone that is really chasing their dreams as an artist? Or like what advice would you give to someone like and then like it becomes really cliche, but like I end up telling them to just like, I hate to say this, but like never give up. Like that's a true thing. But like I be getting put on spot a lot. Like what do you say to people when they come and ask you that? Do you really try to get like a good answer?
Yeah, I would say stay consistent. Like always be yourself.
Y'all, let's be for real. I was thinking about this the other day. You can tell Queen from a distance by certain hand motions that she do, right? Am I right or wrong? Let me know down below. Like she be doing certain things with her hands that is definitely Queen. That's all I'm gonna say. Cool.
So like be authentic and like find your niche. And I think if you apply those things to any category, it could be NBA, it could be content creator, it could be whatever. Like it could...
Take my hands. Close your eyes. Now feel.
Take my hand, hold me. A lot of people like bringing off this Barbie thing. Like, I don't know. But I saw a clip in there just by an outfit. I wanted to see it, but I really didn't want to
Can
see it.
find success following those three things. But the God honest truth, which people don't want to hear.
They don't want to hear
People
it.
don't want to.
I know what you're about to say. Say it.
People don't want to hear the truth from you,
But it could be good. And that is so freaking true. That's why I lost some of my friends. No, I really didn't. Not my real friends. But some people can't handle the motherfucking truth.
the truth is not everybody's gonna make it. You know what I mean? Of course, we're blessed and we've been, I guess, chosen. But like, I've seen people, bro. People have came up to me and said, like, shown me their videos. Like,
I've been working
I've
hard.
been working for
like,
4 years, been posting every Friday, and I'm doing this and this and this and this. Like, what else can
And
I
it's
do? And it's
still-
really like, I'm looking at it like, yo, bro, you're doing everything. You're doing it more than me.
Do you think the bigger thing to tell them is to have always like multiple plans?
Yeah,
Like,
I would say always have multiple plans, because if
it's more than one way to be
there's
successful.
one, yes. When me growing up, I thought I was always
You gotta have faith, and that's what I have. Faith and a prayer.
gonna play basketball professionally.
Hoping for a brighter day. Yeah.
NBA, overseas, whatever. I thought I was gonna play basketball. When that fell out, I found content creation, and like that worked for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo. This video is getting mad long, and this is part 2, bro. All I'm gonna say is this: like, this is some deep conversations. I'm not really seeing no tea spilt. I'm not really getting nothing that I can really use to make another video from. Besides the first part of my first reaction. But I think I'm gonna end it here, because I really don't want to sit here and listen to life facts, because I give these kind of facts on my own. Like, I could tell you these kind of things. So I think I'm good, but I'm glad, they made a video. I mean, next time, give me some tea or whatever. But there's no tea to see here. So I guess I'm out.